Welcome to episode 64 of HypnoSOS. My name is Ursula James. These short hypnosis podcasts are designed to help you get through the day. In this one, I'm going to concentrate on creative thinking, helping you let ideas flow. If you have listened to these podcasts before, you can skip forward through the following instructions. If not, please take a couple of moments. However, before that, I'm just going to ask you to do me a favour. Please subscribe or like. And if you are interested in learning more about hypnosis or about me, you can go to my website, ursulajames.com, where you'll also find a free online self-hypnosis course. Here are the instructions. Sit down or lie down. It doesn't matter which, as long as you can be comfortable. Take 3 deep breaths. And as you find your surroundings drift, if at any point in time you are disturbed, you will open your eyes, deal with what's around you, take 3 deep breaths and continue where you left off. Please, make sure you don't do anything else when listening to the hypnosis, especially not driving. Enjoy this week's podcast. In a few moments in time, you will be able to relax, allowing your eyes to rest comfortably closed throughout. Start to concentrate on your breathing. Allow your shoulders to relax and take 3 deep and even breaths. Deep breaths which will allow you to let go of any unnecessary nervous tension. Focus in on your breathing now as your chest rises and falls, and you take in feelings of peace and let go of any stress. And there really is no need for you to do anything from this point in time, or think too deeply, or even be aware of your body. For in these moments, simply the sound of my voice, simply the sound of my voice will help to guide you into an ever-deepening state of relaxation, a state of peace. And if you choose to take control of the process so you can go even deeper, you can. You will. You will do this by simply, silently, and mentally counting down, using your out breath to time the numbers counting down from 10 to 0. Start whenever you want, if you haven't already. And if you don't wish to count, that's fine too. You have control. And whether you are counting or not, your breath continues. And with each breath out, you go a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper still, a little deeper, deeper, deeper still. And a curious thing may happen in these moments. Thoughts and ideas may drift into your mind. Some of them important, others completely inconsequential. And I want you to be aware of something that when you try to think or be creative, it can often put a block in your way. And when you forget you are trying to be creative or find an answer, and your thoughts drift and your mind wanders, your unconscious mind goes on a journey and finds an answer for you, or maybe two. This happens also when you take a walk, especially if you can, a walk in nature. For one of the best ways to find answers that are elusive is to forget about that which you're trying to remember or create and go and do something completely different, preferably something physical, to walk or swim, play a game, anything other than the activity that you were doing when you were trying to be creative. For it is in the moments of distraction that creation becomes unconscious. In the moments in which we distract ourselves, we hand over control to the unconscious part of our mind, the part of our mind that is awake even when we sleep. The part of our mind that has access, full access to the entire library of our mind. Not just everything we have learnt, but everything we know and feel, everything we dream and imagine. It has access to so much more than our conscious awareness. And sometimes, when we sleep, when we dream, our unconscious mind works through a problem that we have. And when we wake, provides us with the answer. So oftentimes the best and most successful way of being creative is to do something completely different and forget about that which you were trying to do. Even organizing your bookshelf or throwing things away. Something mundane or repetitive that doesn't require great thought. Weeding the garden. Tidying a cupboard. Phoning a friend. Anything that takes your mind away from that which you are trying to create. Gives time and space to your unconscious mind to come up with the answers, to think differently, think creatively, and including your feelings and your knowledge gives you a much better answer. and oftentimes it is not the answer you expect. Some of the most creative people create in the moments between waking and sleeping, a state such as this state of hypnosis. Salvador Dali, who would sit himself in a comfortable chair and with his hand outstretched would balance a spoon on his finger. He'd close his eyes and then, focusing on his breathing, allow himself to drift. And the spoon would fall, and in that moment he would have access to huge creativity from within. He understood and believed that in the moments between fully alert and fully asleep, we can be at our most receptive to the creative part of our mind, no matter how random, extreme, odd or different the answer might be. The creativity lies on the edges, as it does in the modern world, on the edges between different fields of expertise. No matter what they might be, the most interesting forms of creativity and research can happen when the edges collide. And as you are already aware, it is not really important to listen to the words that I say, just to use the sound of my voice to help you enter this state between waking and sleeping. A state wherein you can listen to your own unconscious mind as it gives you the answer to something you've been trying to work through. I'm going to remain silent for a moment. Listen to your inner voice just for a moment. And perhaps, just perhaps, the answer to something you've been trying to solve will come to you. Listen properly this time. And if the answer doesn't come now, it will come later, when you're distracting yourself, or even when you're sleeping. Allow your unconscious mind to participate in the act of creativity. And taking 3 deep breaths now. You can notice how relaxed you feel. And you can bring as much of that back into the here and now as you need, for in a few moments in time, you will hear me count from 1 to 10, and at the count of 8, your eyes will naturally and easily open, and at the count of 10, you will be fully wide awake. All normal, healthy and appropriate sensations and responses will be back in the present. And remember, the word present means gift. Give yourself the gift of listening to your creative self. So ready? 1, 2, 3, more aware. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, eyes open now, wide open. Have a stretch. 9 and 10, fully wide awake. Smile. You've connected with your creative self.